Hey, Coach, congratulations on the win. What did you say to settle your team in between the first and second quarter? You guys really took off with a 12-0 run to start that quarter, or in the first quarter and into the second quarter, and outscored Mississippi State 26-12.
We have to settle down. I think a lot of times when we take people's first punch, we start punching back, and we're throwing Hail Marys. We're just trying to swing, and sometimes that knocks you out. And I thought it knocked us out in the first quarter, just settling in, and taking what the defense gives us. Although they were, disrupting and rushing us a little bit, we had to settle in. I think we got some early transition buckets, and we just found a way to play our style of play for a stretch, not 40 minutes, a stretch, stretches in the game.
Greg, and then Matt.
Dawn, going off of that, how much were you pleased with the defense tonight? How much do you see kind of Mississippi State struggles on that end as what you guys were doing well, or maybe were they just failing to shoot as well? They normally do.
Well, I think we do have a lot to do with what's happening out there, just being disruptive, making sure we're making them work for tough catches and tough shots, contesting shots, and just making it hard for them. I can attribute that to some of the things that we were doing. But they got good players. Rakia, got some buckets on us. Jessica Carter got some buckets on us. Maya Taylor did what she was supposed to do. And I thought we just held everybody else in check and not let them have, big games.
Matt, and then Cam.
Coach, it seems like this time last year, everyone was saying, oh, Bree is so underrated. This year, maybe it feels like Victoria is that person. And I just want to know, you see the numbers she puts up and she's so efficient. How huge is she for your team's success?
She's our steady leader. She's one that, she's got that personality where, she's not a person that wants to be out front. She just goes about her business, goes about doing her job and doing it to the best of her ability. And she's someone that I just feel like is a star because she allows stars to be stars. Zaya gets headlines. Aaliyah gets headlines, but she just kind of, plays that role. And if you really take a look at our team, you got a couple of people that play that role for us, and they shine in that role.
Cam, and then Key.
Hey, Coach, tonight, another night where Aaliyah gets into foul trouble early on, and you mentioned wanting to see more out of your bench after the LSU game. What did you learn about them tonight and their ability to try to, step up in those key minutes when Aaliyah has to sit early in the game?
Huge. They were huge for us. If you look at the stats, they were huge. I thought they did some things defensively that really just held serve or actually took us to, a lead growing. We'll get more and more. I'm excited to see Lily turn the page and LA turn the page. And, I got to do a better job of getting Destiny Littleton in so she can contribute in a way that I know she can to help our team.
Keith, and then Greg.
Coach, I wanted to ask you about Victoria. I think this is her best game she's had against a team with size. Against the Arkansas and teams where she matches up size-wise, she's been really good, but she was really dominant and really showed her athleticism tonight against a team that had superior to size to her inside.
That's V. I think a lot of attention is being put on Aaliyah, and you can be the beneficiary of that. But I thought V just attacked the glass and she focused and finished through contact, and that's what we've known her to be for us. So if you look at the stat sheet, it's a V did this. How many points did she have? 13 points, 11 rebounds. That's V. That's par for the course.
Coach, what about 19 for 22 from the free throw line?
Oh, that's the first thing that our players said once we got in the locker room. We only missed 3 free throws. So that was cool. The smiles on their faces is something that we want we want to see that continue throughout the rest of the season.
Greg, and then Will.
Well, it seemed like in that second quarter surge, Zaya was kind of at the center of everything. What did you make of her play tonight?
I mean, I like her. She's on her way back. I think, after watching a couple of film sessions and kind of going over some things on the floor with her and her utilizing her ability to get to the basket and just cutting off her rounded drives to the basket. They were more direct. They were getting into the paint and she got to the free throw line. That's something that she hasn't really done over the stretch in which she hasn't had great shooting nights, and she's going to have to mix those things up. And I thought she was really aggressive and, under control, which we like.
And the last question to Will.
Coach, we saw a lot of turnovers in the first half. I think it was 9, similar to the Georgia game. So then I think it was only 4 in the second half. So what'd you do in the locker room, or what difference did you see in the team in the second half on the turnover end?
Well, I mean, we probably shot it. We shot it before we turned it over, which is probably considered a turnover in itself, but it gives us an opportunity to rebound the basketball. We didn't particularly, say anything about the turnovers besides we just need to get in the flow. We weren't in the flow. It was just herky-jerky, and maybe Mississippi State had a lot to do with that. So we got to smooth things out. But we got to take this win on the road, against a good Mississippi State team. And I know people may not think that, but they have players. They have some great players. They haven't gotten it all together, but I'm sure come another month, Nikki will have them going.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.